I love stuffed toy bag charms. I really do. I swear. I think they're charming. I think they're whimsical. I think they're cute. However, I don't like gambling. I don't like blind boxes. I would not mind gambling if that was an option. You can either buy the one you want, or you can gamble and it costs like a little bit less. But I don't like that I'm forced to gamble. I want to be able to choose my little guy if I so please. Thank you. So, I want a cute little bag charm. I don't want to gamble. I'm just going to make it at home. And since I'm making it at home, it can be literally anything I want. So it's going to be my character Blair. Who's going to stop me? Not you. I've already done it by the time you're watching this. First up, the face. Obviously, I'm riffing on the whole Pop Mart vinyl face and plush body thing. I don't know how to make a vinyl face though. I'm going to tell you that much. I do know, however, how to sculpt with some air dry clay. So I'm doing that. I take some air dry clay, I mix up a skin tone, and I just make a little faceplate. And I poke some holes into it. They'll be helpful later. After that, I just paint it with some good old acrylic paints, of which I have basically no footage because I forgot to record it. Oops. Once I've got my face done, I just hit it with some clear nail polish for the eyes to make them look glossy and nice. And I just blast that with a UV light because I happen to have one. Don't have one? Not a problem. Just let it dry naturally. It's fine. For the body, I will disclose I don't have a pattern. I'm not a seamstress. I'm not a pattern maker. I don't know how to make them. I just cut out my drawing and I traced it onto some black fur fabric. And then I traced the body again for the back and these weird shapes for the head. I've seen that in real patterns. I've sewn real patterns enough to know that you don't make the head flat. Didn't really give it much volume, but I tried. I sewed the head pieces together like that, and then I sewed them to the back of the body like that. And then I made some ears separately. They're just like triangles. And I cut out a little piece of ribbon. And then I just put that in there, and I put the front of the body together, and I sewed it all the way around, and I cut out where I wanted the face to be. I flip it over using the face hole, and then I realized that the ears are crooked, and that I put the ribbon on backwards. So I picked apart that seam, and I redid it, and it came out like this. The ears are still not symmetrical, but whatever. It's handmade. I don't know what I'm doing. And then I sew the face in at those holes, but it's still a little bit loose, so I just get out my hot glue gun and I hot glue the rest of it in. I take these white little tufts of fur from a previous project and I cut some of them to size and I make these little bundles and I just stitch them onto the ears. I don't really love the shape of the ears either at this point, so at some point I'll just hand sew them into a different shape. The hair, it's felt. I just took some white felt and I cut it into the shape of my character's hair. And then for the black bits, you would think I used black felt, but I didn't have black felt. So I just cut some white felt and painted it black with some fabric paint, as you do. And I just hot glued that on as well. And then finally, off camera, I was like, I'm not really convinced yet. So I sewed these little lines and I added the little bell to make it a little bit more cat-like. And I added a ring to the ribbon to make it hangable. And here's how it looks like. And then here's it hanging from my bag, doing its job as a bag arm. It's pretty cute, actually. I'm quite happy with it. I just winged the entire thing, so honestly, I'm just happy that it came together at all. That's it. That's all. That's the entire video. I am obligated to do the YouTuber thing where I tell you to like and comment and subscribe and all that shebang. I talk about my OCs a lot, and sometimes I make tutorials of DIY merchandise, like this one. And that's about it, really.